The NBA, man. What are we doing with this All-Star game? What was that last night? It was confusing, boring, loud, just drivel. Like what was that? Now I get it. You needed to do something because last year's was disgraceful. Like it was just not basketball. But this I don't even know what this was last night. They split it up into a bunch of different games and they had the Rising Stars against the All-Stars, which was just weird. It's like, why is Keontae George playing against Kevin Durant? Like, there's a reason why it's an All-Star game. Like, if you're in your third year, but you're a role player, then you can't be in this Rising Star. It's just really weird. And the whole thing is so bizarre. And it was like a 3-hour Kevin Hart special, which, look, he seems like a nice guy and everything, but have we had about enough of Kevin Hart? Like when is enough with Kevin Hart, man? Has he been funny the last 15 years, like at all? I mean, like he cracked me up when I was 12, 13 years old. Like I loved it. And I'll still probably laugh at some of that. But it's 2025. Like we get it. Oh, Kevin Hart's really short. Look at him next to Shaq. Let's have him do some commentary on the game and talk about how much he hates the game. It's so weird. God, so weird. And the worst part about it, well, one of the worst parts about it is this is from an NBA Reddit, and it was 42 minutes of actual basketball was played in the 3-hour NBA All-Star game and broke it down. The intro with the ads, half hour. Pre-game talk, 10 minutes. Game 1, Kenny versus Chuck. This is basketball, 12 minutes. This Mr. Beast challenge, don't know why that needs to be shoved down our throat even more and just put in these basketball broadcasts. That was 5 minutes. Game 2, Shaq versus the Rising Stars. That was 16 minutes. Then a 6-minute music performance. Then a 9-minute Inside the NBA tribute. Why did we need a 9-minute Inside the NBA tribute? Then game 3, 14 minutes. Post game, 6 minutes. Analyst desk / game intros / segment combined for 22 minutes. And ads in total of a 3-hour broadcast. You got 80 minutes of ads. An hour 20 of ads. What the hell are we doing? How is that a product, man? How is that something that people want to watch? And the worst part about all of it is I know it's a TV event, but there's like no one in the arena. It's like the Oscars, man. They got to have seat fillers. It was just bizarre. And like these reporters are putting out these pictures and videos of like, 30 minutes before tip-off, really no one's here. 10 minutes before tip-off, there's still no one here. Tip-off, where's the crowd? And eventually, it kind of fills in. But this just goes to show there is no interest in this product, both on TV, and I can't wait to get the ratings numbers for it. Not that there was anything else huge on. I don't think anyone else was choosing the SNL 50 over the NBA All-Star game or vice versa. But like, this is not a desired product at all. My suggestion is to get rid of the All-Star game. Just don't do it. Don't do it anymore. If you want to do like some sort of USA versus the rest of the world one-off game, whatever. But this is not like, just name your All-Stars, name your All-NBA teams, and let that be on Hall of Fame resumes. That's it. Don't do this crap anymore. Don't do the skills competition. Don't bring up these G Leaguers to do the dunk competition because no one else wants to do it. Don't have LeBron just say like an hour before the game, I'm not going to play. And take away an opportunity from someone else. He was going to play like 5 minutes anyway. Why didn't he just tell them on Friday, hey, I'm not going to play? Instead, he does it Sunday evening. Jaylen Brown had a good suggestion when it came to how to fix the All-Star game. And he said, he was asked about the crowd. And he said, man, maybe they should play it in Boston. I know it won't be as empty as it was tonight. Maybe he's right. Maybe you need to actually rotate it to these cities that care. And you would think San Francisco would be one, but it clearly was not. Clearly was not. And Steph Curry wins the MVP over Tatum because it's his home arena. Whatever. I don't think Tatum's legacy is going to be hurt too much by missing a second All-Star game MVP. But maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe they need to play it in Boston and New York and, whatever. Maybe Chicago. Because even San Francisco doesn't care. Maybe Toronto. Maybe they care. We're more of a basketball country these days anyway up there in Canada. Not much of a hockey team. Not much of a hockey country. It is sad. Like I've never really got a heyday of the NBA All-Star game, but I don't know why, and the NHL is part of this too, why they don't just do East versus West. If basketball, you can wear the home uniforms and the road uniforms for your team. Like, since they strayed from that, the players stopped caring, really. And it has become, an unwatchable product. And they've just strayed farther and farther away from that. And still they're like, why is nobody watching? Like, Luka just wearing a Lakers jersey and playing for the West isn't going to solve all the issues here. But that automatically is something that's easier to follow. Especially if you're watching in a bar or something like that. You're like, what is this? Team Chuck? Team Shaq? What connection do these guys have to each other? These guys playing on the team? It doesn't really make any sense. So me personally, I think you should just scrap the whole thing. I just think you shouldn't even play it. And I don't know, figure something out to fill that void if you deem necessary. Because honestly, I don't think that the NHL is going to continue to do Four Nations. I don't think they're going to do it every year. But if they did, in this same weekend, they'll blow right past the NBA for that weekend. I'm not saying the league is going to automatically become more popular, but they'll own that weekend. And that's something for the NHL, right? But if you cancel the All-Star game entirely, I don't think the NBA Players Union is going to really put up much of a fuss. That's just my personal stance on it. But yeah, I tuned in for just a little bit, kind of here and there. It's as bad as it's ever been, in my opinion. And it's, people care less than they ever have. So I say just scrap it.
We are Rogue Media Sports.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter here for some more outrageous Boston sports takes coming to you every weekday at noon Eastern time. And then after that, wherever you get your podcasts.
We are Rogue Media Sports.